Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic. I'm Magic Mel, and this is Owl, one of my spirit guides. And happy 10th of December. You know why? Because this day will never repeat itself in history of humankind. None of our days repeat themselves. They're all unique. Every moment is one of a kind. And if you really zoom out and have a sense of perspective, that means that every moment is either won and lived in joy or lost in negativity. And me, being Magic Mel, I've decided I intend to consciously choose how I spend each moment. That doesn't mean that things will not happen in my 3D that might trigger something, but I'm more and more intentional of how I spend my time and energy. And I've decided that I want to live in joy, that I deserve to live in joy. You know why? Joy is the frequency of bliss. Joy is the frequency, the heavenly frequency, is the frequency of the new earth. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but just look at what's happening in the world. We have this huge contrast and what looks like huge chaos. We all know. Yes. That means that everything that doesn't serve us anymore, whether it's on an individual level or on a collective level, is being brought to the surface so that we look at things and we decide, do I still want this? Does this still serve me? Or where am I going to put my focus? And am I choosing differently? Do I want something different? Because we have choice. And the more we heal ourselves, the more we come out of our conditioning, our trauma, the more we come back into self-love and wholeness, the more our willpower is activated because it's in the unknown, in the present moment, free from past conditioning, that we can freely choose what we really want to create and what we really want to experience. So I'm at this point where like, dude, I'm done with suffering. J'en ai marre, j'en ai tellement marre. Es geht mir so am Kopf vorbei, echt. Ich hab genug. I want my life to be an ode to joy. A bit like Beethoven's 9th Symphonie. Have you ever heard about it? My dad I used to play that, and he used to play it so often and so loud we would all roll our eyes and kind of dismiss it. And I'll tell you a little anecdote. After he passed away, there was a time, when I was alone in the house, and I really came face to face with the processing of one of my dads being gone, and I missed him. And I thought, I prayed, I prayed out loud. I said, Tata, I hope you're well. Can you give me a sign that you're okay? And I was in the car. I was playing the radio, and all of a sudden a song came on, and I was like, wait a minute, I know this song. So I turn it up a bit, and I'm like, of course. I'm like, I know this song. Beethoven's 9th Symphonie. So I'm like, I had like goosebumps. I had to stop the car, and I was like, I'm connecting the dots. I choose to believe that this is a sign from Tata, from my stepdad. And I stopped the car, and I really, for the first time, intentionally listened to the song. And guess what the text is about? It's an ode to joy. And it goes a bit like, Freude schöner Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreten feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode streng geteilt. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Flügel weilt. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode streng geteilt. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Flügel weilt. Oh my God, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps even now. I'm half German, so the lyrics are German. But the lyrics, first of all, I was so thankful that I got this sign. And then I'm like, I had this insight, of course, heaven, the consciousness of heaven is joy. The frequency of heaven is joy. And I was so inspired. I went back home and actually painted a painting. Let me show it to you now. It was an ode to joy. Can you see? So it's a bit like Freude schöner Götterfunken, you know, these kind of fireworks. This light bolt of joy coming down to earth. That's how I envisioned the ode to joy. But what I'm saying is, I'm not making stuff up. If you look at the emotional scale, we've talked about this before. Take a look at the emotional scale. We've got powerlessness at the very bottom, super slow, dense vibration. Remember, everything is energy. I know you know that, but to really like grasp that reality or truth, if we look at the emotional scale, we've got very low and very slow and dense vibrations, powerlessness, fear, shame, guilt, right at the bottom. What do we have at the opposite side of the spectrum? We have joy, bliss, ecstasy, freedom, love, gratitude. Very high frequency, very high vibrations. And you know the law of attraction, you know how our universe works, no? Like attracts like. The more we come into our joy, the more we follow our bliss, just like Joseph Campbell has always encouraged us to do, the more we anchor the heavenly frequency of joy on earth. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Let's stop procrastinating and postponing living for the afterlife. Dude, it's pretty insane. You might think I'm delusional here being all happy, knowing with what's going on in the world. Like, hello, I'm not going to help the world by being sad and depressed. I've been sad and depressed in the past. 38 odd 9 years. Ça suffit? Ça sert à rien. I didn't help anyone. I was like a negative vortex, sucking everyone's energy in with me. I want to tap into the fountain of my own joy and emanate that joy out into the collective. Sounds saner to me. What do you think? On est tellement sérieux dans la vie, on est trop sérieux. Moi aussi, j'étais tellement sérieuse dans ma vie et ça sert à rien. On va rien changer. We take ourselves too seriously. I used to take myself too seriously. Look at me now, I have nothing to lose. I'm going to be as wacky and as authentic and as loud and as joyful and as happy as I can be. Because for me, that is living the present moment, like feeling really alive. Because when you're joyful, you feel alive. And what is life all about? Yes, we have the similar needs. We all want connection. We want to be seen. We need to be appreciated. We need to feel safe. We have certain basic needs we all share. All sentient beings share. Well, okay, I don't know about, even animals, I guess. I don't know if they need to feel seen. Yeah, my cat wants to be seen. He's like strolling around my legs like, hello, I'm here. Touch me. I'm like, yes, come on. But for real, yes, we have these needs, but where's our focus? Our main focus is always on some kind of future scenario or some kind of catastrophe that's going to happen. You know, the world's going to go down. How many times was the world supposed to go, like, disappear or whatever? Never happens. I'm all about stepping back into our alignment, coming back into coherence, reclaiming our power, reclaiming our voice, sharing our voice, diversifying the stories, telling your story, being the hero of our own lives, because salvation is not out there. We gotta literally save ourself, our beautiful, valuable, infinitely multidimensional core, soul, self, essence, and bring that out into the world. Because the beauty is also that our bliss, our joy is connected to our gifts. So the universe, God, Mahadev, Yod-He, Vav-He, Allah, whatever name you want to give, the higher intelligence, actually wants to make things easy for us, i.e. we follow our joy, we value our gifts, we share our gifts. It's a win-win for all of us. You tell me, do unhappy people make other people happy? Not voluntarily or as freely, I think, as someone who's joyful. Because the thing about joy, it's an energy that wants to expand. It's not an energy that takes, it's a giving energy. It goes like this, like a fountain. So imagine all of us being fountains. What an overflowing world that would be. But what do we do instead? We're paranoid, we put up our defenses, we're in fear, we take, because we're scared. And by taking, we overconsume and deplete the planet. And we don't even fill ourselves up, because you cannot fill an internal void with something external. It's only when we tap into our self-love, into the source of our being that is connected to the higher source, the all, the I am, that we can truly fill ourselves up. Nothing can make up for a sense of connection with your inner self. It's important to be intimate with ourselves, to really get to know ourselves. Au-delà, apart from the conditioning that we've been programmed with from childhood. And even the conditioning and the programming is not bad. It has its usage because it serves as contrast. If it weren't for the past pain, the trauma, the suffering, all of that, we wouldn't be able to choose otherwise. It serves as springboard of what is unwanted to something that is wanted. But we got to make the choice. If you never choose, if you never take that contrast for what it is and choose differently, well, you're going to be stuck in the same cycle. I'm done spinning in the same karmic cycle. Like, I'm consciously really not trying, because trying always has this connotation of, I'll try, but I'm not really going to give my all. No. I'm consciously 100% putting into practice, disidentifying, looking at my patterns, appreciating them for what they are or were, mechanisms, defense mechanisms from the past that tried to keep me safe. I bow to them. I say, hey, you don't serve me anymore. I'm going to choose differently. Because I don't need to be stuck in survival mode anymore. I'm an adult now. I can be the guardian of my own ecosystem, because we all have different aspects in ourselves. We're not like one aspect. Yeah, we're like the inner child, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, aspects of different lifetimes. So we have to be these guardians of this internal ecosystem and say, allow everyone to have a voice inside, not bulldoze different aspects, literally have a consensus. But then the higher self says, okay, guys, for example, fear, I realize you're there. You've been a good, you kept me safe in the past, but you know what? Soul is driving now, and soul is saying, we expand, we try out new things. We go beyond our comfort zone. We grow. We change. Because resistance and being in fear hurts us. So we don't want to suffer anymore. Often our suffering is voluntary because it feels familiar. It's crazy. We got used to feeling sad and depleted and unwell and sick and miserable. I'm talking from experience. I used to be addicted to feeling guilty, sad, depressed, in pain. And it felt weird to step out of that. It felt weird to be happy. And you're probably looking at me like, is she crazy or what? She's so happy. Why the hell is she so happy? Hey, I can tell you, like, I make gratitude lists all the time, but now it's kind of an automated habit already. I used to write it down. Okay, when I feel my mood a little bit going, I really consciously sit down and make the list. But nowadays, I can be in the present and look at things and focus my attention on things that I'm grateful for. Lost my train of thought there. But yes, happy. Because I want to cultivate my happiness. Because when I'm happy, I'm a shining star. When I'm unhappy, I'm a broken asteroid. I suck people in. That doesn't help me, neither does it help the field, my immediate surrounding, or the collective in general. Our joy is precious. It helps you to feel alive, and it feeds into the collective field and lifts everyone, lifts the entire frequency of the planet up, because we are all connected. And I don't want to postpone my happiness for some future scenario. Oh, I'm going to be happy when so-and-so, fill in the blank. When I get the car, when I fix this, when I have more this. No. I'm all about enjoying the simple pleasures nowadays. I mean, let me tell you about my day today. I woke up already with the intention of something great's going to happen. I was lucky enough to have my rowing session. I live next to the Mediterranean, so I feel super privileged to be out there in nature, the sea in December. And I missed the rowing yesterday, so I was rowing with some kids today, and it was fun. They were fun. They brought out the kid in me. And I saw some baby seagulls, and I felt the breeze in my air, and I was really present rowing. I was synchronizing my breathing with each balada, ¿cómo se llama? With each row. And it was a sort of meditation, synchronizing my breath with the present moment, with the movement. And I kept on telling myself, oh my God, aren't I lucky? Then I had a coffee con leche de avena. And I went shopping and bought a few things, had a smile on, made people smile. Felt grateful for just feeling, this kind of exhilarating feeling of being out in nature right in the morning. The fresh air wakes you up. Came home, said thank you, started singing, did the laundry. I started to record this and share my joy with you. But it's really the small things. It's like this feeling of the sea breeze on my skin, being able to really inhale the aroma of the coffee. Oh yeah, and then I had for lunch, I have a bunch of olives with radishes, a weird combination, I know, and ajo, and what do you call that? Garlic. But I really savored the olives, the texture, the radish. And doing this all on my own, yeah? I was just doing all these small things on my own. But I was telling myself, this is the richness of life. This is abundance. This is prosperity. To be able to be in touch with the sensuality of life. To really be present when you use your senses, when you can take in fragrance or texture or sabores or n'importe quoi. And not be in my head about some future catastrophic scenario. If you're able to be present and save your life in the moment, that is wealth, prosperity, and abundance, personally. Because it makes me feel whole and complete and present. I mean, what else is there? I'm Magic Mel. I'm a magnet for miracles. You know what my legacy is? Because I project myself to when I'm at least 106, because I plan to be 106. There's a lot of work to do here on this planet. But I want to leave behind a trailblazing firework trail of magic, joy, beauty, and inspiration. And I'm going to do that by being super authentic, by shining my just this here now. Now, right here, right now, not in the future, not when I have everything planned out and sorted out and everything is ready and I'm ready. When are we going to be ready? C'est maintenant, jetzt, right here, right now. You're never really going to feel ready. You have to step over yourself, go beyond yourself. Don't give in to the self-sabotaging voice. Yeah, but You need more. You aren't enough. Putain, c'est pas vrai. The way we self-sabotage ourselves, that is insane. I mean, this imposter syndrome I used to carry around. It's crazy. I'm not giving into that anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna make wonderful, crazy, colorful paintings. I'm gonna wear colorful clothes. I'm gonna sing colorful songs. I'm gonna create magic. I'm gonna follow my joy in every moment. And that's good enough. You know, before I also used to think, oh my God, I want to save the world. Then life makes us a bit more humble. Say, wait, can you even save yourself first, please? Mademoiselle. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I'll heal first. But you know, our job is not even to go out there and save everything. Let's be a little bit humble. Can you please focus on your own joy? Because ça suffit, ist genug. If you're happy, and I'm not talking about the superficial happy or like toxic positivism where we override our true emotions in the moment. No. You know that I'm totally pro making space for all emotions as they arise and releasing them, but then consciously going back up the emotional scale, focusing on thoughts, choosing thoughts that guide us and lean us towards joy. Unless you want to be unhappy. Aren't you tired of being unhappy? And I know the role of victim is so seductive because in a way that's also where we get attention, you know, like poor me, look, everything's going wrong and this and that. We love to complain. I used to be like that, honestly. And I catch myself when it happens because it's not like I'm immune to that voice or that temptation. But I catch myself, I say, Melanie, you don't need that. You don't need that attention, you don't need that validation. People have got all their own lives going on. Why not add to people's lives instead of adding more burden? I mean, add joy, not more burden. And how about giving back? How about giving back with your joy? You know what kind of impact you can make? And don't tell me that you don't know what makes you joyful. If you don't know, okay, that's okay too. Well, then let's be a little bit curious. Nurture your curiosity again. Remember when you're like little. Everything was a miracle. Everything was like, wow. You know, when you watch children, like, they can be amazed at the most, what we think most trivial thing. I told myself, I want to be like that again. I want to look at the world with fresh eyes, not these cynical, jaded, apathetic eyes, no. Fresh eyes and really marvel at the miracle of life. And newsflash, life is a miracle. And if we look at things in that way, with these child eyes, everything becomes marvelous. Everything becomes fresh. Everything becomes an adventure again. It opens up our field of possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Gosh. We rock around like these horses with their, you know, these, what do you call them? Eye blinkers on. Take off your blinkers. Take a cold shower. We got to come back into our bodies also. What does joy even feel like? And honestly, when I first felt it, it was so unfamiliar. I was like, what is this feeling? This is joy? This feels amazing. I want to feel like this. I want to continue feeling like this. Then I asked myself, well, what makes me feel, what generates this feeling of joy? What kind of thoughts? How do I cultivate this feeling? And then I follow it and I nurture it. Just like a garden. Our garden of consciousness needs to be, you know, I mean, I'm a bit of a, I don't know if I'm the best gardener like out there. It's just stuff is kind of growing wild. But let's treat our consciousness, our mind, like a garden. We don't need to like eradicate all the weeds. Weeds can be there. I'm actually all pro weeds. Kein Kraut ist Unkraut, my Swiss friend used to tell me. But I mean, weeds in the sense of maybe the thoughts that don't serve us anymore. We can lovingly uproot them, look at them and say, thank you, but I'm going to water another seed. Thich Nhat Hanh used to say, I don't know, which seeds are we actually watering in our garden of consciousness? I'm watering the seeds of joy, abundance, prosperity, magic, beauty, freedom, liberation, you name it. Just look at the emotional scale. I'm going that way, guys. I've been down there. I've had enough contrast. Thank you very much, suffering. Thank you very much, pain. Thank you very much, people who brought me these lessons that were painful, but that were necessary for my growth. I'm thankful. I'm really in that point now in my life where I'm thankful. I'm just want to be in gratitude, because gratitude is the bliss tool. Honestly, if you haven't read the book Thank and Grow Rich, which is a kind of remake of the old, I think it was Napoleon Hill who wrote Think and Grow Rich. I mean, both, even Think and Grow Rich has a point, because it basically says where you're focused, once you set a goal, you don't deviate from it, you will manifest it. But Thank and Grow Rich is a more joyful way of going about it, because as soon as we focus on what we already have, the things we can already be grateful for, we're literally signaling the universe, hey, I want more of this. Like, I like this, thank you for this. I want like this, thank you for this. What we already have, not what is outside or beyond us or external to us, or, what we need to grasp for. No, right here, right now. Even the bells chime in. So I go about my day cultivating this gratitude vibe, and then more stuff comes into my perception that I can be grateful for, and it doesn't have to be the big things. I can look at a flower by the side of the street. I can look up in the sky and look at the different shades that make up this cloud formation and say thank you. Thank you thank you to myself that I'm even able to perceive that. I'm present enough that I'm able to perceive that beauty, ephemeral as it is, in the moment, never the same. But I'm here appreciating it. Don't make it so hard for yourself to be joyful. The small things. And even if it rains, God, rain's got such bad rep. Like, it's gonna rain again tomorrow. I'm like, bring it on. It's a different mood. It's just different. Yeah, so as I really recommend you Beethoven's 9th Symphonie. I never really got it until that moment sitting in the car when I turned up the radio, and I was immersed. I mean, music is this beautiful immersive experience now that really goes straight to the core. It's beyond words. Often the vibration of music hits us because we're like, 80+% water, guys. Drink your water. It's like the prima materia. It's how we connect more with our intuition too. But honestly, it's like all our cells start vibrating when we are in touch with certain sounds. And that brings me to the importance of your voice. Are you speaking joyful words to yourself, or are you beating yourself down? Are you building yourself up with your voice, or are you destroying yourself internally with guilt, shame, the critic? I told you, in my past episodes, this huge breakdown I had 2019. One of the big reasons was because I had 30 years of the critic screaming at me, internal critic. Man, terrible stuff. I used to cringe when people used to tell me, Mel, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. And I'm like, oh God, seriously? I do it now. Because there's nobody out there who's gonna love you better than you. Toi. Du. Why? Weil niemand weiß, was dich wirklich glücklich macht. Mehr als du selbst. Nobody knows how to make nobody knows your needs better than you yourself do. And if we think somebody out there is going to take care of that, that's an illusion. That's stepping back into powerlessness, abdicating our accountability, abdicating responsibility for our own happiness, which is our own responsibility. And not like something heavy, burdensome. God, relax. Again, go back to joy. Just ask yourself, what makes me joyful? What brings me joy? And then put your attention there. Make more space for that. Create more space. You have a choice. Don't tell me, no, I can't because blah, 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 blah. It's excuses. We are excuse machines, left and right. I don't have time. I have to do this. Those people want. You can say no. It doesn't have to be, this radical thing, but poco a poco. Reclaim your power of choice. And be selfish enough to say, I'm going to dedicate an hour, 30 minutes, 5 minutes to my own joy. God damn it. Because actually, we're not doing anyone else, we're not doing other people a favor if we abdicate our own joy. In a weird psychological sense, yeah, but I'm being nice. I mean nice. No, you're not being nice. You're enabling. You're feeding codependency. You are giving your precious life force to something you don't even enjoy. And what's the point? When are you gonna be happy? How many people? And this is like what there's like all these what do you call it? Is reviews or papers out there where they ask the top 10 regrets of people on their deathbed. I care too much about what other people think. I should have made more time for myself. I should have loved myself more. I should have had more time with my loved ones. Let's stop postponing life into the future. Life is happening right here, right now. Was it John Lennon who said, life is a series of events. No, life is what happens to us while we're busy making other plans. And it's all good to have a vision. And it's all good to have a direction. Absolutely. Create a beautiful vision for the life that you want to create right here, right now. But do not sacrifice the present moment for some future Fata Morgana, we say in German. Illusion. Often we need to accept reality right here, right now. And it's often not very pleasant. That's why we distract ourselves or we sedate ourselves. So that's where the whole gamma of addictions come in. Because present moment is too painful to bear. But you know what? We reclaim our power once we come back and face reality and accept what is here and then choose differently. But if we keep on running around and biting our own tail and keep on shoving things on the carpet and keep on finger pointing, keep on making excuses, that is not the way towards empowerment. Mesdames et messieurs, señoras y señores, meine Damen und Herren. The new earth is built on the frequency of joy. There's a kind of mitosis happening anyway. The old paradigm of lack, fear, scarcity, competition. That's one paradigm. New paradigm, new earth is abundance, joy, collaboration. Collaborare is to work together. Because human beings, we're relational beings. We need our tribe. Old paradigm is separation, disempowerment, working together, being empowered. Empowered individuals working together. How about that? So first, to be an individual, you got to know who you are. What is the essence of you? We all have an essential frequency. So we're all sparks of the divine, but you are like a unique note in the symphony of the universe. So what is your unique fragrance, your unique tone? There's nobody else out there the same as you. We might share similarities, but the specific configuration of you, there's only you out there. Only me. There's only one magic Mel. Thank goodness. Spare the world. But to come into the joy of your own being, to bask in the joy of your own being, is something beautiful. And God, this world needs more beauty. Don't you agree? The world needs more magic. Don't you agree? So what are we going to do about it? Complain and hide under the covers? Or start having some fun? Like my Nike hat? Yeah, I also decided, dude, I need to vamp this whole background up a bit. I want to have vibrant colors. Yeah. Magic Mel is here to snap you back into joy, right here, right now. It's my vision. And how? By being joyful myself, by embodying my own joy. Because I can't be talking about something and then being something different. I mean, that's like hypocrisy, no? So my mission numero uno is like, ask myself, Melanie, how are you feeling? How do you want to feel? And then I start doing stuff. And then, yeah, they have this list like, you should be, you have to. No. What do I want to do? I'm a generator. Go back to sacral authority. What does your gut say when it responds to a situation? Hell yeah, or I'm going for the hell yeah highway. I'm done with the forcing the peg into the hole, whatever you call that thing. No. Damn, they make it so difficult and so effortful. And then we think we're these like, yeah, I got out of my hole, look at me. I suffered so much, look at me. Bravo. You know, there's like an easier way of going about things. I don't want to have medals anymore for digging myself out of these deep hellholes I used to be in. Thank you very much. I've been in the hellhole of deep depression, of powerlessness, of shame. I've been to hell. You know what hell is? Hell is the disconnection of light, of love, of God, of consciousness, of source, of energy. I've been down there. And I'm not going back there. I'm not crazy. Choosing joy. That's where God, the Almighty, the Absolute, beyond words, the source is. No? Creation, we're going back towards source. And all of creation is counting on us human beings who have the capacity to go up and down this emotional frequency scale to help creation ascend. Even the angels are like at our disposal, ready to assist, to do the process together. Yeah. Light is love, is consciousness, is energy. When you deep down in the hellhole of depression, and those who have been there, you know what I'm talking about. That is hell. It feels like hell. It's like complete drowning. It's terror, it's pain, it's despair. It's a kind of pain that is all-encompassing. I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. That we can go from that hellhole back into our natural state, which is love and light. And that is not to condemn these processes of us dipping down, because they help us remind us where we don't want to go. But you gotta love yourself enough to make these choices based on the contrast and choose differently. Love yourself enough and empower yourself. Realize that you have a power of choice here. Weißt du, was ich meine? Don't wait for someone to give you permission. Right here, right now. Start with a simple choosing a different thought and following that train of thoughts, because heaven and hell is one thought apart. Vale? It's not some abstract thing beyond us. We're either living in hell or we're either going towards hell or we're going towards heaven, right here, right now. And you know what this world needs? For more of us to be in our joy and stand in our power to create something differently right here, right now. Because I don't know about you guys, if we keep on going in this hamster wheel of sedation, of powerlessness, of abdication of accountability, of misery, we're going to create more of what there already is out there. Et moi, for me, it's enough. Ça suffit. I want a new story. I want a new play. I want a new vision. I want to use my imagination for what it's there for, to imagine what I want to create. Yeah. And talking about creation, I connected with the divine God, divine feminine oracle the other day. And to get him back into I'll show you, I pulled Yemoya. I won't tell you the whole cultural background, you can look her up on your own, Yemoya, but it says, the goddess of all that flows. I'm an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. If we tap into our source and our creativity, it's all there, dentro de ti. not out there. Yeah, people can inspire and all that, but the true source of your inspiration is inside. So we've got to connect with that fountain of creativity. And I had a bit of a dry phase with my painting, so I was pleasantly surprised when this card came out and I had the opportunity to connect with Yamoya. And I was thinking, how can I invoke her or connect with her? And the gods and goddesses and the angels are, I mean, we don't have to be all formal about it. We can be little bit more relaxed, not like bowing down. As I said, we are not below these frequencies. We have aspects of these beings, frequencies, whatever you want to call them, in us. We're powerful beings as human beings. The gods also respect us. So if we approach them with respect, they will connect with us with respect. Keyword being respect, no? But you don't have to just bring all of yourself to them. You don't have to hide things and pretend and all that. Yeah, I'm only good. No, just bring the whole palette of your being. But be authentic and be respectful. So I thought, how can I invoke Yamoya or connect with her? And yeah, ask her for guidance. And then I thought, well, our voice is so powerful. So in the shower, because she's the goddess also do with flow, with water, prima materia, the ocean, I thought maybe I could sing to her in the shower. So when I do it in the shower, I'm going to stand up. You're going to think I'm absolutely bonkers. But I don't care. I mean, I do care. I'm sharing my joy with you. So I go like, oh, Yamoya, 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 oh, Yamoya. There's a kind of mantra, and mantras are there for us to, they're like anchors, like mandalas. When we focus on them meditating, they help us anchor ourselves in the present moment. But the power of our voice, I felt, if I can connect, if Yamoya can hear my voice and I'm singing this to her, I trust that she will inspire me and that I will come back into my creative flow. Vale? Yeah. As human beings, we are creators. C'est donné. Está hecho. It's like inherent in us. The question is like, what are we creating? And do you enjoy your own creations? My goal now is to enjoy creating rather than I have to produce this, I have to reach, rather than striving for the goal, I want to enjoy the process because I trust that by infusing my creation with technical glitch, I was saying by infusing my creations with joy, that frequency will infuse my creation. How beautiful is that going to be? Okay, and I just realized that when this technical glitch is at 40 minutes plus, this video is crazy. But hey, I hope my joy was able to reach you and was able to activate something in you. At least the curiosity to find out what brings you joy. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But again, my propósito, my purpose is not to I'm not here to save you or fix you or anything like that. My purpose is to be myself and to inspire you to be yourself. I want to see your gifts. I want to hear your voice. I want to see what we can co-create in the new earth. Yeah? So do the inner work, do the deprogramming, the deconditioning, heal your wounds, your past traumas, and come back to the present moment, right here, right now. And then say, Magic Mel, I'm ready to roll. Let's create something beautiful. I'll say, go. Vale? And you will see it's liberating, it's freeing to just be yourself. Take off all these masks of pretense, of trying to fit in, trying to belong. Just be yourself. And just is an understatement. You're beautiful. And the world, the new earth, needs you, to say the least. Vale? Vale. Oye moja, oje 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 moja. Look up Yemoya and ask her to help you with reconnecting with your source of creativity that is just waiting for you to tap back into. Vale? Sending infinite love and infinite gratitude. Magic Mel has your back, and we're going to rock the show for the next episode. Stay tuned. Ciao.